Welcome to Coach Anna's Coach Up podcast, planning with purpose to empower learners. Today, we ask, what gives soul food its soul?
Coach Anna brings decades of experience teaching teens and adults in schools across the nation. She currently shares what she has learned as a classroom teacher and mentor to early career educators of all ages. Today, we will describe a presentation she prepared for use in English classes, but one that can be adapted across the content areas, like history and social studies, cooking classes, science, and perhaps even math.
Every culture has its own soul food, comfort food tied to memory and community. For African Americans, soul food connects history, struggle, creativity, and love.
Defining soul food.
Think of a traditional meal: fried chicken, collard greens, sweet potatoes, and cornbread, recipes perfected by grandmothers and passed down for generations. But soul food is more than ingredients. It carries stories of resilience. Let's look at this letter by letter in soul.
The S in soul. Slavery, survival, and sharing.
Soul food was born out of slavery. Enslaved people worked sunup to sundown and had to survive on what was available: wild game, grains, or discarded animal parts. They turned scarcity into sustenance. Spices like chili, garlic, and thyme added depth. Native tribes shared corn and preparation methods like nixtamalization, which became staples.
The O in soul. Outdoors, outer edges, and offals.
Meals were cooked outdoors over open fires, simmering all day. Nothing was wasted. Outer edges, organ meats, offals, became valuable sources of nutrition and are still part of the tradition.
The U in soul. Unavailable, then useful.
Without refrigeration, freedom to shop, or access to livestock, creativity was essential. Unfamiliar foods became useful. Corn, greens, sweet potatoes, beans, and even blackstrap molasses sustained generations. Today, many of these foods are recognized as some of the world's healthiest.
The L in soul. Leftovers, leafy greens, and love.
Plantation owners took the best cuts. Enslaved people transformed leftovers, pig ears, tails, chitterlings, into delicacies. They also embraced leafy greens and leftover roots, turning them into nutrient-rich dishes that continue to nourish body and spirit. So what gives soul food its soul?
History, resilience, resourcefulness, and most of all, love. Soul food is not just about eating. It's about family, community, and celebration.
Let's do something for creative reflection. To deepen learning, try writing a Pantoum poem together with your students. You can find a chart for that format on online platforms. Just search by the name. The Pantoum is an adaptable form of a 16-line poem. Yes, each line is repeated in a pattern that reinforces meaning. Coach Anna shared this What Gives Soul Food Soul lesson with a class of diverse 6th grade students in California. Here's a sample of the opening stanza written after the enlightening presentation.
Cooking with love provides food for the soul.
Soul food, comfort food that brings memories.
Love and joy bringing families together.
Often found in African American cuisine. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. How about writing a short poem to show what we've explored in the story of soul food, its roots, nourishment, and the love it represents?
Sure. Coach Anna recommends the Pantoum poetry structure. We invite you, our listeners, to use that format to write your own Pantoum about what soul food means to you. And remember, You don't have to wait until Black History Month. Love and community are worth sharing all year.
Consider playing the song, Lift Every Voice and Sing. When you assign students to draft this poem in class, have them include key concepts, memorable words, and new ideas.
For more ideas for teaching with poetry, check out past podcasts and visit Coach Anna's website. Check for her textbooks and picture books filled with strategies to empower your learners.
Thank you for listening to What Gives Soul Food Soul.
Join us again on Anna's Coach Up podcast, planning with purpose to empower learners. Bye for now.